The universe always gives you what you ask of it, but the problem is we're not always consciously aware of what we're asking the universe. We all have immense power as conscious creators to create the realities that we dream of, but oftentimes we don't fully harness the power of this universal law. But once you understand that you really can create your reality simply by virtue of what you ask of the universe, then your life starts to take on a whole new color and hue, and you really do become the master of your universe. Welcome to Stumbling Towards Enlightenment, where we focus on personal growth, manifestation, and creating a life that you love to live. I'm David, and today we are discussing how the universe always says yes. Do you realize that you are in control of your own reality? You might disagree with me. You might say, well, I can't control the weather. I can't control my boss. What are you talking about? And it's true that you can't control the external things in the world, but what you can control is your focus and what you put your attention on. And whatever you give your attention to grows. It becomes real. You've no doubt experienced this in your own life. When you're angry, everywhere you look, you see anger, you feel anger. When you're sad and depressed, your whole world feels sad and depressed. In fact, look around at your life right now. Does it not reflect the nature of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions? Every moment, the energy that you carry around within you is creating how you perceive life. This is how the universe is always saying yes to you. It is always reflecting back to you what you expect to find, what you're looking for. So when I say that you control your reality, it's true. The buck stops with you. Now, initially, you may not agree or accept that you are the master of your reality and that no one or no thing can determine how you choose to think and feel. But we always get the last call on what we choose to focus on. Most people are not aware of the energy that they're putting out into the world. They live mostly unconsciously, and so every day is like a feedback loop. Every day is the same. Until they start to take responsibility for their thoughts, they'll continue to be subject to this feedback loop, and life will continue to act upon them versus them acting upon life. Most people go about manifesting the total wrong way. They come from a place of wanting instead of having. You might hear people say, I want more money, or I want to find that perfect partner, or I want a better job. All of this comes from a state of wanting. And because the universe always gives you what you ask of it, more wanting is what you'll get. The real change happens when we start to communicate with the universe from a place of having. We enter into this state of having by creating the reality within us. And because the universe has no choice but to say yes to what we ask of it, this new state of being becomes your reality. Now, of course, in principle, it's easy to say that we create our realities, but in practice, it's not always so easy. We have years of past experiences behind us, and waking up to ourselves is often a gradual process. But once we start this process, we can then start putting our focus on what's desired and tapping in to the feeling of that reality. Notice how I said feel. It's so important that we get out of our logical minds and start moving into the realm of our body and our feelings. Choosing a new reality starts with the mind, but the work is done in the body through feeling. When you align your mind with your heart and you can feel the reality of that in your body, then you really are on the way towards manifesting what you desire. Now, it may take a little bit of time. It might not happen overnight, but keep persisting in the feeling of what you desire. Connecting to feeling is everything. When you shift your energy, you shift your vibration, and you can feel that within yourself. This is the universe saying yes in real time. If you find that it's difficult to tap into the feeling of what you desire, this is because your logical mind is not accepting that this reality is possible for you. What's required is to suspend disbelief and give yourself permission to entertain this new reality. It's helpful to remember that the universe always says yes. It doesn't care what you ask of it. When you realize this from a heartfelt place, this can sometimes shake free the logical mind and allow you to suspend disbelief long enough to entertain the idea of this new reality. From there, we can start to use our imagination to tap in to this reality that we desire. And once you're able to get a taste of this new reality, it'll be easier to go back to that place more and more. Persist with it. Remember, you determine your reality. To recap, the universe is always saying yes to what you ask of it. Whether you know it or not, you are always creating your reality. Becoming more conscious and aware gives you more control over where you choose to put your attention. Most people make the mistake of wanting instead of having. When you come from a place of wanting, you'll get more wanting. On the other hand, if you come from a place of having, more having is what you'll get. Tapping into the feeling of having that desired experience is the key to manifesting that thing. But this can sometimes be a process. It can be challenging at times to envision new realities because our past and our logical mind can find it hard to accept that these realities are possible. Remind yourself that the universe doesn't care what you give it. It's always saying yes. So use that to step out of your logical mind and suspend disbelief. From there, use your imagination to tap into the feeling of what it is you desire. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, share, and leave a comment. I'm David, and thank you for stumbling towards enlightenment with me.